flat. I can't get it on the end. So come pick up your clothes. Uh. Oh, am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? I'm live. So come pick up your clothes. I have them folded. Meet me at my door while it's still open. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my messages together. Hi. Hello. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Marcia. Hi, Kimberly. Hello, everyone. You're from Australia? Well, welcome. Meet me at my door. How is everyone doing? Welcome to my TikTok shop and my Amazon shop. Hi, Lakeisha. Hello, everyone. What are y'all doing on a Saturday night? What is everyone doing, honey, on a Saturday night? Come pick up your clothes. I have them folded. Meet me at the door while it's still open. It is Sunday in Australia. That's why I don't know how is it going to work when the world ends. Is the world going to end on one side, and then when it's our next day, will the world end for us, and vice versa? That's why the whole world ending is not ever going to work. It's not going to work. It can't be a certain day, because some days the day is not the day of the other day. I just had some Henny wings from Bar. Oh, that sounds good. Wingstop got some Halloween wings, but my nephew just got some. He wasn't sharing with me. He said, "You ain't gonna like it. You gonna throw it in the garbage." And I probably would have, but I still wanted to taste it. Meet me at the door. How was everyone doing? Why everybody say that on when they start a live? What's up? What's up? What's up? Who I got in here? Do I have my peach followers? Who I got in here? Meet me at the door. Barbecue in the Bronx. Okay. Who is up in here tonight? What y'all think about the Diddy verdict? Do y'all think he got enough time? Hi, Pepper. Do you think Diddy got enough time? Did he not get enough time? Should he not been convicted? Like, what is everyone thinking? Hi, Cancer. Did Diddy get enough time? Or was they just trying to they just wanted him to go to jail for something. For something. I don't know why I just can't wait for him. I just want to see where he is, like, in his brain and in his mind. Like, because once he get to federal prison, he'll then have access. Diddy should have gotten double what he got. I always said he should get the amount of time that Shane got. Remember that young rapper that took his when Diddy shot up the club and Shane wasn't his name is Shane, right? And Shane did took his Shane said it was his gun or whatever that story was. But Shane went and did from like he was 17 years old and Diddy let him take them charges and he did like a decade in prison. I was like, he needed to get at least that. I mean, I know it was other victims and all of that, but at minimum, he should get the payback for that shit. Cause that kid, I mean, like he lives a good life now. Well, I forgot which island he's from, but I mean, he started telling the truth about Diddy like a couple of months ago. A couple of months ago, he started telling his story and stuff once he got released. He'd been released for a while, but anyway, he's just one of the many victims. Diddy is, I don't know if that brain can be, I don't know if that brain can be fixed. I really don't. I mean, I don't, there's not a lot of success for sexual deviants who hurt people. Like you could be into alternative sexual stuff, but when it involves hurting other people, that's a different animal. That's a different animal. That's like a essay. I don't feel like it's no fixing them. Like therapy doesn't fix that. It was pretty dang arrogant of him to book an appearance in Florida for next week. He thought he was going to walk. He did. He did. Like it's stupid shit like that somebody will do to make you piss the judge off. Like that's the last thing you want to do. Like he was pissing the judge off the whole time anyway, because every time somebody would say something, he'd be like in the courtroom, and the judge was like, stop all that bullshit. Like, you don't run this. I don't know if his victims, I think he more like victimized the people. He tortured people around him in a way that always said, like, what made y'all stay? Like some of them stayed around and it was a job. I'm your secretary. You gonna come to work and slap me in the face and I'm gonna show back up for work. Like some of that was just crazy. Like he manipulated everybody like that. Hi Rodriguez, Judge Gigi. Like his manipulation skills was beyond measure. Like damn, like everybody around you could be manipulated in that way and abused in that way. It's crazy. His kids are damaged goods. They really are. His kids are damaged. And he said he was on drugs for the last 25 years. I don't know if I believe that. I think he might have been an occasional user when he had the freak offs, but he operated a multi-million-dollar business. That boy was not high like that every day. No way. His male accuser, the producer guy, will be scared. Gene Deal people like, and he's petty. Diddy is petty. Like he gonna be in that cell just writing down everybody's name. Oh, you said that. Oh, you thought it was funny. Oh, you tweeted that. He petty like that. Bye, Just Gigi. All right, bye. Thanks for stopping by. He's petty like that. He is. I just don't know why. I don't know. His kids are damaged. Like even the twins, his twin daughters, the way he was like showing them on social media and they were showing themselves after their mom passed away. Like, damn, like, are you grieving, girls? I mean, I know everybody grieves in a different way, but it was just odd. It was just odd. Like everything was just odd. So I don't know, honestly, them little 4 years, well, he got 4, but he already did 13. So he going to get that time credited. And then he ain't going to be no problem when he get in there. So But feds, somebody said you gotta do at least 85%. 18 months. He'll be home in 18 months. And I know which federal prison they gonna send him to. New York always go to this particular federal prison. He gonna be good. He good. Like, ain't gonna be nobody in there trying to punch him in the face or stick him with something. Not at all. He gonna be privileged. He gonna be outside. He gonna be outside wandering around on the property. Child. I don't think he gonna snitch on nobody, Derek. I don't think so. What are he gonna snitch about? Because what they got him on was his own personal use of prostitutes. Honestly, I mean, they trying to get him on prostitution, but that was weak. That was really a weak case. That was real. You know what, Brandy? I said I wasn't gonna cuss on this live, so I'm just gonna be nice and go on and throw you out of here. I'm not cussing nobody out on this live. I'm gonna be nice. Ever get him for Kim? Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. You know he did something to that girl. Kim was about to drop her book. That's why Al is looking so bad. But he did a lot. He did a lot. He did a lot. I mean, we only saw just a glimpse of what type of man he is by when we saw the Cassie video, but that's why Wendy used to stay on him so bad. Wendy used to spill all his tea. All of his tea. But you know, I never heard Wendy say he was a crackhead. Well, that was because Wendy was a crackhead. Damn. They probably had the same dealer. He should have got the same thing R. Kelly. Now, I know R. Kelly. It's so hard to hate somebody when you love their music. I don't hate R. Kelly like that. And I know he's a horrible person. I know he is. But it's so hard. Oh my God. Free Wendy, girl, free. I know, but how we going to free her from her own brain? She destroyed her own brain with drugs and alcohol. And it's non-reversible. Wendy wasn't an abuser. Now, she might have not been the best parent because she was high and little Kev was raising himself. I don't know. It's something deeper with Wendy. It's something deeper with Wendy. Even though her parents appeared to be normal parents, and maybe they were and they did their best, but all their kids is just weird. But they all weird. Like Wendy, like strayed away from so much of what she was taught. Like her parents are educated people. I don't know. I mean, her sister is a lawyer, but something's not right with her either. Like, it's just weird. And her brother, oh God. If you ever go on her brother's YouTube channel, ugh. Her brother's in La La Land. Damn. Wendy Williams, Liam. Wendy Williams, honey. They weird. Wendy was on that shit. Wendy was a drunk. Wendy definitely was a drunk. Wendy was a drunk. Wendy was a drunk. And a cokehead, which we didn't know. Those celebrities really know how to keep secrets, though. They're getting more of a big mouth now, but they always knew how to hold each other's secrets down. She was a talk show host in the U.S. And now she's sitting in assisted living, putting notes up on the window in New York, in Manhattan, tapping on the window, talking about, hi, hey, y'all. Them drugs ate her up. But that's what's going on. Yeah, she hasn't got like doing anything. No, that's a million miles away from R. Kelly and Diddy. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Now, what y'all think about Nicki Minaj? Y'all think Nicki on that book of sugar? Do y'all think somebody stole Nicki's phone and that ain't really her doing all them ridiculous tweets and talking about? Now you know when Cardi see her, she gonna pop her in her mouth. I don't care if they at the Met Gala. I don't care if they at Wawa. I don't care if they're at Target, Walmart, um, the Gucci store. If when Cardi B sees Nicki, she's going to smack her in the mouth. Now I'm acting all big and stuff because I saw Cardi about 2 weeks ago. So that's why I'm acting like, no, she gonna punch her in the mouth. All people on the Book of Sugar at one point. I can't say all people in because I ain't never been on the Booger or the Sugar. Not everybody. Cardi gonna smack her right in her mouth. You don't talk about nobody kids like that, but you really didn't even have nothing to say. You know culture's not ugly. Wave is not ugly, and even if they were, stop. Now see, that's the thing about it. I didn't know Nicki's son had a disability. Booger Sugar is cocaine. I didn't know that Nicki's son had a disability. See how when you start roasting somebody, they gonna come back with a bigger roast? A bigger roast? Right, celebrities. You right, Liam, but you might be right about that. We didn't know that. We didn't know that Papa Bear wasn't meeting all his milestones. But you know how Cardi know? Because it'd be the same people in the same circles. And somebody said, Cardi, I don't even know why. Her son don't even talk right. Her son don't even communicate. Her son is given autism. We didn't know that. We don't even know the boy's real name. But now we all know. Yeah, culture is cute. I mean, what culture? She gonna talk about culture. Gums don't match. Girl, stop playing with yourself. Because your booty don't match. Nothing. Them two basketballs that they put in your butt, they don't match. Don't play with Cardi with me. Don't do it. Don't do that. But yeah, she gonna smack her when she see her. That's a different person altogether. Yeah, Nicki back in the day, back when her and Remy Ma was smashing, back when they used to do things together, yeah, they both look way different. Both of them. Ugh. But that's the latest thing that's going on with the gossip world as far as celebrities are concerned. And I have to catch up on my Tasha K because I gotta see what Tasha talking about. I haven't watched her in a minute. I've been watching more like Funky Dineva. I've been catching his nightly live. Nightly. I think he goes live every day. I think he goes, Sandra, I don't know what you got going on, honey. I don't know what you got going on. I don't. Are y'all happy do you guys like the fall? Like, are you glad summer is over? Are you ready to embrace the fall? Do you still cover the Whittakers? I do. I thought I was going to be done with the Whittakers. Last week, I thought I did a video. I was like, I think I'm done with the Whittakers because there's really nothing going on and, nobody's had access to them. And then all of a sudden, it was a couple of people who had access to them. So I did a few videos covering that, but whose skull is behind? Sandra, don't do that. That's Betty back there. Oh, no, I didn't use Betty's name. Girl, don't do that. Summer's not over in Texas. Still, it was nice here today, though. Eric put out another video. Oh, I did my reaction. I couldn't even get through it. He is so annoying. I did a reaction on that pepper. You know what? Eric is trying to act like he got this big ass secret. He act like he got this big secret. He was like, y'all just don't know. You guys just don't know. I can't tell y'all nothing right now, but if I could, I would. Those three people are in a better position than they ever was. I just can't tell y'all what it is. Boy, what's the secret? Yes, Avalon, he's the one that called APS. He took Betty to APS. Betty didn't realize, like, he reporting you to the very people that's about to take your family. Yeah, he acting like he got this real big ass secret. What's the secret? What's the secret? They was running a goddamn ring of making counterfeit money. Like what was Betty and Larry and them doing that you got this whirlwind secret that we all want to know? Come on now, man. And then he had the audacity to go off about content creators. You're a content creator. If you didn't want to gain monetarily off that family, why did you post it and monetize the channel? We all have, every video we make, we have to tell YouTube, Facebook. I'm going to talk for YouTube. Any video that I make on YouTube, I literally have to tell YouTube if I want to get paid for the video. I click monetize. Now, if I was out here just doing Jesus's work and running up on families in need, and I'm just want people to know, and I put the content out, then and I don't want to get paid for it, I'm not going to get paid for it. So you can't act like you are like this savior and then you're getting paid for the videos just like the rest of us are. Counterfeit money, right. And if somebody wants to do Whittaker commentary and not get paid for it, then that's your business. Do you. Do you. But for him to be like, I'm like, Eric, please, you don't run nothing. He got that control spirit. He got that control spirit. That's why he went in Betty's house and trying to control Betty's house. And you've known her for 3 weeks. And you think you're going to tell this lady what to do in her house? Who can't come in her house? Who can't live in her house? Like, who do you think you are? We're abusing Timmy. Oh, Avalon, don't say that. They got obsessed with him. Like, you know when people are weirdos and they don't realize like their weirdness is coming off as weird and the rest of the world is looking at them like, as soon as I saw Timmy in that bed, I was like, don't you see that that's weird? That's inappropriate. That's out of pocket. You don't know him. Oh, God, my nose. You don't know him. Mr. Hernandez, I'm gonna go ahead and be politely let you go and find somebody else to save, child. But it's just weird. And then Eric was just like, you should have saw how Ray loved me. And Ray took to me. Ray take to anybody that's gonna give him snuff, bitch. I go over there and give Ray some snuff. Me and Ray gonna be cool. I go over there and give Ray a piece of pizza. Me and Ray gonna be cool. Stop acting like you showed up and you was the miracle for this family, and wasn't. God damn, people are so weird. And then now it's another weirdo, Sonny. Ugh. This chick is from over on Facebook. I'm telling you, Facebook. I've never been deep into Facebook like that. So I didn't know that Facebook had fan pages and all kinds of other shit going on over there. I didn't know. I use Facebook to keep up with family, friends, and that's about it. I barely let a coworker on my Facebook. Barely. Like, Mitch, I'll see you at work. Anyway. And they did like more. But the video I just dropped, what the big picture, I think the bigger picture that people don't understand, and I wouldn't expect people to understand if you aren't in, if you haven't received government benefits or you haven't worked for the government, or in my case, my clients have government benefits. So I understand government benefits and how it affects people if they fall out of the guidelines of government benefits. They want to throw money on them, but the more money they have in their personal possession, like in a bank, they can lose all their benefits. And they knew that. And Mark knew that. That's why Mark sent them cash. Back then, you couldn't trace, nobody was tracing Cash App money. Now, Cash App money, you be making a certain amount of money on Cash App, you got to pay taxes on that shit. But back 2, 3, 4 years ago, you did not have to. So somebody could Cash App you $500,000. At one point, he gave Betty $14,000. Let my Cash App have $14,000 in. I'm going to go crazy. It's traceable because he wired it to him. It was cash. They didn't go put it in their bank account because when you're on welfare, you can't have more than $2,000 worth of assets. I think it's 2,000. Sandra, I think it's like 2,000 worth of assets. So they could not. Everybody's like, money is going to fix this for them, or a house is going to fix them for. It's only going to fix it for them if you're willing to take care of them once they lose their benefits. And you know how content creators are. We on one thing one day, the next day we on some other shit. We don't forgot all about whatever we was like. Nobody's going to take care of them for the rest of their life. They don't need welfare if they have that money. But that money is not going to last forever. And what's even more important, hey, Benji, hey. Yes, I like you more than you like me. Don't do that. Don't do me like that. You know I love you. The problem is, like, the welfare benefits, sometimes that's nothing, like the money, but the insurance. People need insurance. So, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's going to pay for their insurance. Hey, entertainment you love. The cash, let me tell you, people on government assistance, they know how to make money. A lot of times they got a side hustle. They got this. They making money this way, that way. Because them little benefits is never going to be enough. But that insurance can be priceless. They can, but they have SSI. Like, you have to prove that you disabled it. It's just a mess. Because they are severely disabled, thank you, Joyce, they need those benefits. Put out receipts in the video that he paid them. That's why they're doing an investigation. Ooh, Betty is gonna owe all that money back. It was income and everyone knows it, and SSI and welfare knows it too. Betty is gonna be in such, because Betty is probably their rent payee. They're going to hold her responsible for all of that money. It may even be looked at as fraud. And if they put Betty in jail, I'm going to fall to the floor. I'm going to fall to the floor. They may put her in jail. Damn you, Eric. They might put Betty in jail. You keep Medicare no matter what. That is true. You keep Medicare. Damn. I didn't even think of it like that. It's 6,000 pounds. Damn. And the way things are right now, you lose it, it's done. It's done. Because they profoundly disabled. So Betty probably didn't have to do research on, like recertifications on them. Oh my God. But it does not really check unless it's reported they have a reason to check. That's true, 120. That's true. But look, all these people on the internet. These people on the internet will snitch. They snitches. Oh, they snitches. Oh, yes. They real snitchy. The rep payee is responsible. I don't know if it's Larry or I'm going to bet it's Betty. Betty, all they checks is under her. All that money, and she ain't even got a nickel to show for it. She don't have nothing to show for it. You don't draw 1 cent of SSI, you also lose your medical bit. Oh, damn. It's been reported. Trust that. Oh, I know, puppy. It's all over the internet, and you know somebody is going to report it. You know they are. It's been reported numerous times. Ah, shit. Betty might lose her shit. Now, once they took them, the state is no longer... The state, wherever they are, they're going to receive their benefits. Betty is the sister. Hey, Deborah. Oh, God, it's done up. No, I'm not a hairstylist. Oh, my God. Damn. And that damn Larry ain't going to get... Larry going to be gone. Whatever BJ go, Larry going to go. Oh, no. Shit. I ain't even think about it like that. Betty gonna have to owe all that money back. And them sneaky little state workers is, ooh, they don't have so many meetings and they getting all they shit in order. Betty, at this point, you need to tell everybody when that court hearing is so people can go down there and support you. Stop listening to BJ's freaking ass. Listening to BJ's what got you into this mess in the first place. Betty, you don't know who can help. Betty don't know. I can't talk to Betty. 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 Saying this along, if it was just a matter of time before that foot, oh, you so right. BJ talking about, Aunt Betty, we ain't telling nobody when your court hearing is. Why not? Why not? So that people who support her can go and show the judge like she got support. I am angry and mean. Usually what happens is the check will decrease until the amount is paid off. I know. So odds are Betty's check will go down to $400 and some odd dollars for the rest of her life. Damn it, man. What did you do with all that money? Them drug dealers in that holler. What they call it, the holler, where they live on them little dead-end streets. Whoever the drug dealer was in that area, they made some money. They made some money off of that $150,000. It goes down, but it is a cap like $100 left. Oh, is it? Damn. Bob, I would cuss you out, but I'm trying not to cuss on this live. So I'm just going to go ahead and send you on about your way. God bless you. They're going to eat that check up. Oh, Betty going, that's why that court hearing, everybody's going to be at that court. High 77. Everybody, Social Security representative might be there. Welfare representative might be there. Medicaid might be there. Medicare. Everybody going to be there. Coming at Betty's neck. Oh, this is so fucked up. She doesn't sound angry or mean to me. I'm not. It's just a troll. You got to give trolls what they want. The food stamp, Milky, stop. The food stamp, that's the welfare people. They going to come there. They going to be there too. Everybody going to be there looking. They going to drag Betty. and the only person you gonna have in there is BJ, girl. And you know what I was saying too? No, I'm not a psychologist. You know what I was saying in my last video I just posted? Nobody had the idea, no content creator that went there ever thought, the ones who wanted to fix the problem by giving them a house, not understanding the dynamics of everything else. Nobody ever thought to say to Larry, Larry, you know, if you hold this your phone up and you just walk around and throw a title, Day in the Life of the Whittaker Family, that you and your family could directly make a whole bunch of money. I'll explain my name in a minute. You can make a whole bunch of money and you don't need no other content creators. You don't need them. Nobody wanted to make them self-sufficient. Now you can give up your benefits if you're the person that's making $50K a month. That's plenty of money. Go buy Obamacare. You don't need Medicaid. You don't need welfare. You don't need food stamps. If you were self-sufficient, but no content creator wanted to make them self-sufficient because they wanted to be the ones collecting all the cash. Ugh. Go from that to 40, and at Betty's age, odds are she will not live long enough to ever pay it back. Me too. I've seen that. Yep, and they got to find another way to make money just to survive. They're not going to be able to afford to live. Well, now Betty don't get any of their checks anymore. Only check she's going to get is her own. And like we just said, once all that money is accounted for, and Betty can't, and all Betty going to say is, I don't know. And the next time she get her check, expecting it to be $900, it's going to be $400. Her food stamps is going to go from 1,000, because she probably was getting like close to 1,000 in food stamps. That shit going to be $100. $100. Hasn't tried to make a really TV show off of them. Ugh. Like a lot of other reality TV shows, when people don't really want us to see their real house, they film in another place. They film in an Airbnb. They would have to film them in an Airbnb. The household received each month. There was no reason for them to have to struggle. It giving it away to she gave it away. 120, she gave it away. BJ is mean. BJ, and then BJ's son Brandon is probably worse. And even if Larry, of course Larry don't understand technology probably, but Brandon does. I'm sure he does, but then again, Brandon's a fentanyl addict, a heroin addict himself, allegedly, according to his mom, BJ. But the younger Whittakers, they could have made a bag. Everybody could have been out of poverty. All of them could have been out of poverty. Nobody was thinking like that. Y'all was sitting on a gold mine. You were sitting on a gold mine. And you let other people come in and give you the scraps. Oh my God. No, it doesn't work with that government. I hope they got a food bank, Deborah. That's who gonna, and all them dogs. You know, a dog lover feed their dogs before they feed themselves. On live that they threatened to burn the house down. Yeah, they threatened them. Brandon looks scary. They all look kind of scary. Brandon, his brother, Jason, that other one. Ooh. Like they'll punch you right in the face. Bow! Like, give me the money. Because you know heroin, You know, I think in one video a couple of years ago now, I don't know if Brandon got his kids back, but his kids were in foster care. They picked his kids up because him and his baby mama was on heroin. Yeah, yes, $5,000 a month and you don't go nowhere. It ain't like they got, where they going? They, I was gonna do a video. You know they squatters. That's not their property. That's not their property. That's not. They're squatting. They're squatters. So they're not paying no rent nowhere. They're not paying no rent. They're not paying any rent. They don't even pay taxes. Our LLC bought that up and they pay the taxes. Where did all that money go? In BJ's veins. Betty does want her family back. I know she does. What a mess. Blew through thousands, 150,000. Yeah, they do have mental health. So, I don't know. I don't know. Mental health, definitely BJ. BJ gets bipolar all day. Betty, I mean, now she's depressed and sad, I'm sure, but I believe they have intellectual disabilities. You lose your disability when you turn 65 and go on regular SS. Okay. Hi, Cammy. It was in BJ's pipe. Because I think BJ said she was on crack and heroin. Betty needs to be with Ray, Timmy, and Lorraine. Larry is fine with BJ. I agree, Trigger. I agree. She want to. Larry want to be with BJ so bad that then be with BJ. You and BJ can go around the holler stealing people's shit. And they gonna come and arrest Larry because they done went up to Patrick's house and stole. Did you see how fast Larry was trying to run after he had stole Patrick's gas? I said, Larry, you ain't shit. Is what she said. You ain't shit. But then did you see Patrick? Wait. Why do they think somebody got cameras in the house? Lord have mercy. I think they said they think that Patrick put a camera in their house because when Patrick come over there, he be telling them stuff that they talk. I don't know where they got that from. BJ's paranoid ass. BJ's paranoid ass. You're not, but y'all don't know. I don't know either. From what I understand, when you on crack, you very paranoid. So BJ like, they got cameras in here. And Larry, cameras? Yeah, Dad, they got cameras in here. Larry, BJ is going, oh, Lord have mercy. BJ is the reason why. Is BJ going to court? And Betty knows she ain't shit. I don't care who Betty in front of. Betty, did Eric give you money? No, Eric ain't never give me no money. Betty, did Mark give you money? No, Mark didn't never give me no money. Betty, is the sky blue? I don't think so. I don't think the sky is blue. You think the sky is blue? Yeah, the sky is blue. Yeah, the sky is blue. Like Betty girl. Betty girl. Betty girl. This is a mess. This is horrible. Now that I'm thinking about the money, anytime somebody gonna lose money, I'm like, ooh, this is horrible. This is horrible. All because in the beginning, Mark went there and put up that title and the shit went crazy. Calling them inbreds. This latest guy, Cody, whoever didn't give them money either. Right. Nobody gives them money. Betty, you don't have so much money in your hands and you ain't got nothing to show for it. Nothing. But BJ do. BJ got a lot of days that she was high as a kite. That's about it. And then this new lady, Sonny, the savior, she talking about she need $5,000 for them. She took Betty to go talk to a lawyer. Now, is Betty processing anything that a lawyer got going on and saying, that family was happy as fuck on that porch and was. living their lives. Then them damn cameras came and messed up everything and did. BJ has been running things since the other three left. BJ has made a lot of videos. She has. What's her channel? Where can I find BJ's channel, honey? Because I think we can get us a BJ interview. Give me BJ's information. I'll slide BJ a couple $100. It's on TikTok. You know BJ work for $100. We like, BJ, let's go live, $100. She'll do it. I only can give her 50 though. I'll give her 50 first and then 50 after she do the interview because I don't trust her like that. She on TikTok under just BJ Whittaker. Check. Give her 25 first. Now I'm gonna give her 100, but I'll give her 25. When she click on the StreamYard, that's her first 25. I cash app her. After 10 minutes, we should get everything out of her that we need. 10, 15, 20 minutes. Then we'll send her the rest. Does she have enough sense to make a video or just talking whatever crap someone else tells her to say? That. What did he steal? Oh, he stole gas. Him and BJ needed gas for the truck. And so, for whatever reason, Patrick kept his gas can right in his front yard. But Patrick's mom is the one that filed charges. Because she's the one maybe that got the cameras on that house, and she the one who bought the house for Patrick, allegedly. I mean, it's a shell of a house. The way Eric dragged that house. I'm like, damn, Eric, you tell everybody business. Eric the type of person that you don't want to do no robbery or nothing with him because he telling everything. Like you was down with everything and then when shit went left, now you want to snitch? Calm down. Eric is a snitch. They stole gas. And then when the state police came, they arrested Larry. I put his mugshot on one of my videos. Petty. I was surprised that West Virginia they don't post their APS cases. A court case is a court case. I mean, I know they'll take out names and addresses, but they don't post it at all. So we'll never know what went down in that court hearing unless somebody is close and they can go to the court. Patrick stole it from them and they stole it back. Oh, shit. What? Damn. Oh, my God. Eric wants the truth to come out. What's the truth? What's the truth, Mary Lou? Because he got us thinking he know a big secret. What's the secret? What could be the secret? In the last video I saw, she was reading what she was saying. What, like a sign like this? I'm trying to learn this song, so I wrote the words down. I'm on a battle over on TikTok. So look, y'all, she was like this. We are the Whittaker family. We want them back. Timmy used to have fun with me. Girl. Timmy didn't like you, BJ. How do I know that? I'm guessing, but I feel like he didn't. Patrick shoots testosterone. Oh, wait a minute. 120. I ain't never want to say this because I don't like to body shame people. Why Patrick real big like that? Like, but it's oddly big. It ain't like a normal big. Like, you know how this a man is just like big? Like he hawkish big. Like, it's weird. Now that makes sense. He got that testosterone or something. Oh. I thought his body was weird. Or am I thinking about steroids? Something ain't right. But someone else doing the video, not her. Well, that was when Brian came over to her house. Remember that Brian man? His shoulders are really big. I thought it was odd. I don't know. It will blow our minds. Eric said, "Did you hear they had to keep Ray Ray in a kennel?" Larry said that back on Mark's channel. When he was younger, I think they had to keep him in a kennel. When he was younger. I think when he was younger. Yeah. Try to put Ray in a kennel now and see what happens. That was Cody guy, not BJ making any video. Oh, okay. I could imagine them doing that to him. Well, hell, back in the day, big state-run institutions used to do that shit. Or tie people down to beds, chain them down. That was normal practice. Wherever he is now, I'm sure they've had to sedate him. Hi, Ruby. Thank you. I know they had to sedate him. You think Ray cooperating with them? Hello, Ray. Would you please put on this Depends? Hello, Ray. Would you please go to the bathroom? Ray not listening to none of that shit. None of it. None of it. Ray and Freddie and Timmy locked up, had wooden piles nailed. Oh! What's that time? Oh my God. Girl, you know he getting IM injections. You know he getting it every 4 hours. Hi, Just Ruby. Every 4 hours. Every 4 hours. Yeah, you know Ray going off in there. You know he is. And I don't blame him. I mean, you don't put me to a sterile environment. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where my people at. And now you trying to give me a bath. Oh, Ray is fucking them CNAs up. Oh, he beating their ass in there. Sedated or not. Now, Timmy is sad. Timmy is sad. But Timmy would adjust. You give Timmy a good old coloring book and a snack, and he could see Lorraine over there in that corner. He all right. He all right. They sad though. They're sad. That's a basic human emotion, man. They are sad. They're very upset. Very upset. Due to the horse being unable to get out of the barn. Oh! Oh, maybe that's why he taking it. Well, it's swelling him up all up and through here, honey. It's just swelling him up. Child, he be in that car. It's just the whole fucking car be full of just Patrick. Shit. But that's how they manage people with aggressive behaviors. It is. And I'm not disagreeing with it, honestly. You know, working in mental health, people think, you know, when I talk about, you know, my years of being a therapist, I didn't have no cushy office where I had clients who had Blue Cross and Blue Shield. No, ma'am. I worked with people who just got out of prison, people who was homeless, people who were drug addicted, people who had medical assistance, because those nice office spaces didn't want them there. They didn't want them. They'd rather not take the money than to deal with that population of people. And that's just what it is. So I damn near had people come to see me who still had their handcuffs on and shit. Nah. Did I like my job? I love my job. I loved when I was doing therapy. I would go, I've said in videos, the Whittaker household, I've been in, not in that house, but similar houses like that. It's great. It is what it is. I don't do therapy anymore. I teach. I'm a professor now, so I teach up and coming psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, social workers, anybody who's trying to who feel, a student who wants to be in this field. I'm probably the first one that they meet is like in academia because I teach an introduction class. And then they decide if that's what they want to do. Why put him in a kennel? Probably because he was aggressive. That's why they will put Ray in a nursing home. That's the only way to control him under medication. Be a nursing home. But Timmy will be young and he will go somewhere else. Timmy's going to go to a group home. Yeah, he'll go to a group home. But they probably had that all figured out before they took them. The county, they figure all that out. They call, they make sure, can you take them? Can this one take them? Can that? They had all that shit figured out before they came and swiped them up. They knew what they were doing. They didn't know what we know as far as behavior modification techniques. Child, they wasn't trying to do none of that shit. None of that. When I came in the field, deinstitutionalization had just started in the 80s. And so we were going to the big institutions and bringing them out into group homes. And it was not easy. It wasn't easy because some of these people have been in institutions their whole life, their entire life, from babies. Back then you could go in an institution if you had Down syndrome or intellectual disabilities. Back in the day, we call it retarded. Like you was going to spend the rest of your life. They were blessed to be with family because all three of them would have qualified to be in an institution. They would have been in an institution their entire life, but their family kept them. Their family said, and however they tried to manage the behaviors, that's what they did. I don't think they're together. I don't think Timmy and Lorraine are together. I can't think of a placement where they would be meet the same criteria. I don't. And I know they separate. They separate kids from, young kids. They won't have no problem separating Timmy and Lorraine. There's no law that says that they should be kept together. When we talk about children, there is laws that protect siblings to stay together. Thank you, President. Who president did that? Child, I can't even think of his name, honey. But there's no law that says they have to stay together. President Clinton put that into office. He made that a law. Because he was a foster kid himself. A host home, maybe. We have that program out here where I live, but usually with host homes, they can only take up to two residents or two clients. There's limits on that. If you can find a host home that would take, nobody's taking Ray. I couldn't imagine anybody being able to manage Ray. I just can't see that. I agree, DH. I'm sorry, this needed to happen for a long time ago. There was much abuse and neglect. If it was neglect, is also environmental. And so the way Eric described it, with the feces and just all the stuff and them roaches and all of the things, yes, they didn't deserve to live like that. They were together, but it's heartbreaking. They're not together now. That'll make them physically, yes. Can you imagine? Timmy be crying too. He's crying. He's crying. I don't even want to think about it because that, he crying. That county could have did better than this. From what we know. The fact that we know Betty hasn't had contact with them is, no, she didn't clean the house, but she fed them. She loved on them. They were her siblings. She could have put them in an institution when her mom and dad died and she became an adult and said, I'm going to live my life. She didn't do that. She stayed with them. Nah, the county wrong for this shit. They wrong for that. Timmy loves his mom. Lorraine didn't like being away from him when he would go with Eric. She wouldn't. She would tell Betty to call. Lorraine is suffering because Betty was just said in a video with Brian that she missed hearing Lorraine call for her. She said Lorraine would call for her, and all Lorraine wanted her to do was put her blanket up over her arms. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, that they were sisters to the end, man. They were sisters. You try to take my sister away from me right now, one of my sisters. You think I'm gonna go somewhere and be all happy? Oh, thank y'all for putting me in this beautiful, clean environment. But I ain't got my sister, and you ain't telling me where my sister at. I don't know what my sister is doing. I don't know if my sister is dead or alive. Called to see if I could keep a teenager girl for a few weeks. I did. It was nerve wracking. I couldn't sleep because I was afraid she'll sneak out. Girl, I did foster care for 10 years. I was a foster mom for 10 years. I didn't take teenagers, though. Out of sight, out of mind. That's how the state. You got to have empathy, right? You got to have empathy. Think about your own family. Think about your own family and how that feels. I was I don't do foster care anymore. And after I was done with doing foster care, I started working with agencies, and I would do like, like a little talk or workshop, whatever, with potential foster parents. And I always said to them, don't think like these kids just appreciate everything you're doing for them. They are traumatized. They have been taken away from their families that they love, no matter what that looks like, no matter what your opinion is of their family. That is their family, and they love their family. So don't get the crazy notion in your head that they're going to be so grateful to be here, to be with you. They're not. They lost their home, their family, their friends, their school. They lost everything. And they're just a little kid trying to figure it out. And that's the way Timmy and Ray and Lorraine are because of their mental status. They're like little kids. They don't know what the fuck is happening. They don't. They do not. All they know is Betty is gone. Larry is gone. BJ is gone. Our dogs are gone. Our home is gone. That's all they know. The system is broken. Yeah, Pepper, because they be so desperate. You know how long after I retired from being a foster mom, I was like, y'all, like, lose my number. But I didn't have a bunch of kids, but I always kept in contact even with the kids that left my house. Somebody might be listening to this now. Former foster parent here as well. Oh, hi. Hi, girl. Kids love their parents despite what they have gone through. They love their parents down. They love their parents down, honey. Down. Believe me, they do. I think the best happy ending for this situation is for Betty to be able to have contact with them. That Betty will be able to have contact with them in some way. In some way. But I just think content creators need to stay the F from over there. Stay the F from over there. And if you do go over there, teach them how to make a channel. Teach them better. You know what would be like a great scenario to happen if BJ got clean and sober and BJ started a channel and they worked that channel and they were able to make their own money, and then they wouldn't need welfare, they wouldn't need the system, and just make content. The content can be, oh, I'm going to the group home to see Timmy. I'm going to see, if BJ was clean and sober, even one of her kids. They're just not. They're a broken family. They are a broken family. You're not going to get that out of them. BJ wanting them back there, and if she did, she misses their paychecks. Of course she does, DH. Hell yes, she do. If visit with Betty or upset them more, if she came to visit them. All my foster moms are here. We know how that is, right? When the kids go visit their birth families and come back to your house, giving you their ass to kiss. Yes. They be upset for days, honey. Days, baby. And I always put myself in they shoes. How would I feel if I lost my parents and I didn't know where they were? My siblings, I didn't know where they were. My cousins, how would I feel? So Betty is broke down to the bone. She said she's not even sleeping at night. She's so hurt. Hi, Las Vegas. Hi, Love Bug. She's so hurt. I think you more hurt too because you don't know where they are. And it is abuse in the system. I've been in the field 30 years. I've had to call on folks. You know what I'm saying? I've had to call because of abuse to a client. So I know it happens. It happens in institutions a lot. It happens in foster homes. We know. So it happens. Call back for days for a bit. Yes. Didn't we catch it? Either they was real sad in their bed crying, or they was acting out, tearing shit up because they had a visit with their birth family. And then the court hearings. Oh God, when they had a court hearing and the pet family had a court hearing, it was not easy. It wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. At one time, I had six kids, 6 placements. I had 6 placements for years. Yep. It wasn't easy. Yep. Pray they're okay and being taken care of. I hope so. I don't tell her because they get YouTube and tell everyone what they're... Yes, probably. Why do you think Betty has to go to court? Because it was a judge ordered them to be removed. And so legally you got to come, like if she's going to go to court and they're going to tell her like what she would have to do to get them back, that's why. If she, if that's even an option, they're going to tell her what the charges are. Betty can't fight these people. She can't. Not 120 acres. Girl, did we go to some appointments? Therapy appointments, doctor's appointments, speech therapy, occupational therapy. Girl, did we go to some appointments? And I did all that and still worked. And still worked. And did all that. Yep. Pepper Moon, yes, let me see. God bless them. I don't know. It's hurtful. Thank you for the super chat. Did somebody send me a super chat? Oh, yeah, I did see it. Thank you. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. We work too. Me and my husband work. I always was blessed enough to have like I would schedule my clients to do therapy however I needed to do that. So I could always like meet their needs and stuff, but still work. I had very flexible jobs at that time, but it wasn't easy. She's not going to get them back. Not in that house. Oh, hell to the no. No. I was watching somebody else's channel about, people who live in West Virginia and they live in those hollers, and they were saying, Like it was like a whole little collection of, people, like a street, and they said they all said they sewer was the creek. Like I can't see the county kind of using that against them when that's normal in that area, that they go to the creek on eBay to make ends meet. People think others do it for the money. Truthfully, there's no money to be made if they only knew. Girl, money, you know it's no money to be made. Especially because we're talking about foster care now, because 120 was a foster mom, so was I. The thing about it, though, it's not money. Like they pay room and board. That's what they call it, room and board per kid. But they don't pay for clothes. They don't pay for school trips. They don't pay for special things that the kid. When I went out to eat, we all went out to eat. When I went on vacation, we all went on vacation. They didn't pay for that. They didn't pay for food. I think foster parents should get food stamps. 100% they should. They didn't pay for that. They barely wanted to pay for daycare or after school care or summer care. They didn't want to pay for that. None of it. Clothes, not at all. And I definitely won't have my kids looking crazy in the street. So they had nice clothes. Some lady, Sunny, say she's getting them a trailer. Girl, I already did a video on Sunny the Savior. Child, why she cussed Betty out? I'll bring the video because she did it over on Facebook. She went off on Betty. Went off because she records all her phone calls. She went off on Betty. Who the fuck you talking to? Now that's one time I want BJ to smack somebody. Why you talking to my aunt crazy like that? BJ, step up. Step up. A lot of these officials turn a blind eye to the situation. They are, because they can't act like Betty and them the only one that was sending a poop to that creek. Apparently, a lot of people do. We live on a farm, so she worked alongside my kids, and she actually liked it. Oh, did she? She cussed Betty. Yes, honey, she cussed Betty out. Went off on Betty. She went off on Patrick. And Patrick was respectful. He ain't go off on her. She went off on Betty because Betty allowed Brian to come to the house, and Betty is allowing BJ to be at the house. Somebody else is telling Betty what she's supposed to do in her own house. And she the one who took Betty to the lawyer to get a lawyer. Up shit creek. Literally. She needs to have that conversation with BJ, not Betty. Yeah, everybody. So Sonny, since you so big and bad, get in BJ face and tell BJ what it's gonna be, and watch BJ knock. If BJ is high, BJ gonna knock the shit out your ass. Go tell BJ, since you so big and bad, and you want to be in Betty's face. You in Betty's face? How dare you? Allow it to happen. People just looking on rather than helping. It's a mess. And I'm like, Larry, step up. You're the man of the house. Step up. Jesus. Kids, they live here still reflect on being here and having in the city now. It is a way of life. Yes. Yeah. My foster kids still call me. Like, they reach out, I always worked hard to get them back home. Like, make sure they're good so that the state couldn't say, like, oh, mom can't handle them because they so out of control. Like, mom, and I would tell their moms, like, do what you got to do. I got them. I got your kids. Do what you got to do to get your kids back. BJ is back there, and BJ ain't going nowhere. He's called APS to protect Betty from Sonny. Okay? Like, Sonny, girl, She one of them do-gooders that want to tell you how to do you. Like, bitch, if you gonna help me, but the fuck you gonna come here and try to run my life? Are you fucking crazy? Fuck out of here. I know, me too. Phone calls, cards, all that. Yep, I love that. I don't have the balls to step against BJ. He's scared of BJ. He's scared of BJ. And Brandon and all the rest of them. Can you just imagine when they came over there all wanting to get high, itching and shit, and Betty got to go wherever she keep her stash of money at. She got to go in the stash, get the money. BJ right on about to hit her in the head. That's that shit that was going on over there. Just like when Mark called Betty and said, "Is Larry dead? Is Larry dead, Betty? I'm sorry to hear that Larry died. Is Larry dead?" "Yeah, Larry's dead." "Girl, yeah, Larry's dead." When she rolled that line out her mouth, because baby, I would have been like, "No, Larry ain't dead. BJ right here. She trying to kill me." "Yeah, Larry dead. He dead, he dead, he dead." Meanwhile, Larry over in the corner. Girl, bye. Went right along with it. And then when ain't have no shame, when Mark showed up, "Betty, you told me that Larry was dead." "I didn't say that Larry was dead." "Yes, you did, Betty. I have it right here. I recorded you." "You recorded? Who? What?" "Betty, you're busted. You're busted, honey." Wrong, but I think Larry is on DH. You know that came through my brain one time. I was like, "Is Larry on that shit?" I don't think he is, BJ. We gonna say no. DH. We gonna go with a no for that. We gonna say no. I'm I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Larry is just intellectually dis delayed himself. We gonna go with that. We ain't gonna put that on him yet. And the Whittakers are too gullible. They are too easily manipulated. So easy. Don't think they are capable of making logical decisions. That's one of the reasons why. That's true. That is true. It was a pure job to me. Far too many. It was far too many great memories outweigh anything else. Absolutely. I say that too. I really do have more great memories than anything else. I do. And a few of the kids I got to keep forever. And that was even a better bonus. I think Larry does. Maybe it's liquor? I can't see Larry on the pipe. I ain't gonna put that on Larry, even though I thought about it. Yeah, I think Larry just, he ain't the brightest. But he ain't, I don't think he the brightest, but he love his daughter. And he don't understand addiction and how, well, he does because he lives around it now, but it's just ugly. Addiction is just ugly. It really is. It's just ugly. I don't expect them to know how to deal with her, especially when you got limitations yourself. They don't know how to put the boundaries on her. Do they cuss? Because good old cussing out. Like, BJ, get the F out of here, you effing junkie. Like I would tell Betty, "Betty, let's practice. When BJ can ask you for money, you're gonna say, BJ, get the F out of here, you effing junkie." I don't think Betty could do that. Larry lazy girl, and is Colleen, who wouldn't even sweep the garbage off the front porch, and he able-bodied, just dirty. Okay, just ugh, Just like, damn. Like, y'all really just let Ray just shit on himself? First of all, I'm not smelling that. I don't even smell that. I'm not smelling that. Just lazy. Well, all we can say is God bless him. Dingleberries, that was shit. Damn. That was shit. Grown man shit. That don't eat pizza and all kinds of shit all day. And then, now see, I don't know how nobody would know this, but they say Ray was in the hospital with a bad booty rash. With a real bad booty rash. Yeah. Weeks, and I had no training. I was very worry mode the whole time. Girl, I know your nerves was bad as hell. Them teenagers is tricky. I know, I know. I just can just keep seeing Timmy little sad face because I know he's sad. We'll have Ray in an adult diaper. 100%. 100%. Because you know the diapers would have been covered under his Medicare because he old enough now. You know them diapers, some of them diapers would have been covered. I want to get inside that trailer across the street. What's going on over in there? That that BJ and Larry is living in that trailer. How nasty is it in that trailer? Cause Kenny down the street, Kenny the other brother, we've been in his place. He converted a shed into like a little house. His shit is clean. So it ain't like he don't know clean. Kenny shit is organized and clean two minutes down the road in his shed. Because Mark took us there before. The positive impact you may have on made on a child, 100%. Yeah, Pepper, you don't know. That probably gave her some relief that day. I bet he did have a bad rash covered in feces for all them years. Oh, can you imagine a CNA? God bless the CNAs. Let me tell you, I have so much love and respect for the CNA and what they do. Can you imagine the CNAs that, first of all, had to take him trying to beat him up and fight him, that cleaned him up? He probably clean as a whistle right now. Jason is in the trailer that is half in the Oh my God, how do people live like that? You know how it is to keep pull-ups on someone that doesn't want to wear them. Yeah, he gonna rip them off. You know he ripping them off. He's streaking through that nursing. That's why they got him on them IMs. He's sleeping in a corner. Kenny was married and had a grass cutting. Did he? Kenny little place is clean. It's probably four. Oh yeah, it's four of them to hold Ray down. Ooh, I know they got Ray on a bath schedule, child. They hate Monday to come. Monday and Wednesday is Ray Whittaker's bath days. And baby, them people probably calling off work. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I wonder if Betty's parents were alive when Timmy was born. Oh, good question. You did. Oh, I wonder if did they know Timmy? Because it just behooves me that nobody beat the rapist down to the ground. Ray whipped it out one time when Mark was there. I know. You know he doing that over at the nursing home. You know they doing it over there. They are the ones that do all the work. They do all the work, and they get the least amount of pay and respect. And respect. Why do they put him in a kennel to grunt and bark? I guess they said because I don't know, maybe he was aggressive when he was younger. Him and the other one that looked just like him that passed away. They buried him right in the backyard. And then I think somebody said, y'all can't just put him in the yard like that. You got to take him to a real grave site, allegedly. Like, Larry, you just can't just be throwing your brother in a hole and walking away. Like, no, sir. I think they had to dig him up and take him to the family plot or something. Oh, ugh. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. I know one thing. Eric gonna stop talking his shit about content creators. I know that. When out of every content creator that's done content about the Whittakers, after Mark, that wait a minute now, the other boy probably made a lot of money too. But in the last 6 months, you brought home the biggest Whittaker check. I know my check ain't gonna look nothing like your check. Cause your shit, Eric, was 50K or more. So, boy, please. 50K or more. 50K or more. So, boy, bye. There's a lot of families like that in those backwoods. It is. It's so many channels. Look them up. I'm addicted to them now. Look them up. Yes, there is. It's a lot of channels like that. I mean, a few channels that go up there. A couple of them don't been shot at. Like, get the hell out of here. But they have an overwhelming problem with opiate addiction. Drug addiction is bad. BJ, we know BJ and we know, Brandon from that family, but it's the percentage is high. It's almost like, from what it sound like 80% of the people out there is addicted to fentanyl. Fentanyl, opiate, any type of opiate, meth. It's bad. It is bad. And they already don't have any money. So I don't know who they stealing from. And then it's a high percentage of them that get disability. It's bad. I mean, our whole country is in an addiction, is a pandemic. We're in a pandemic. An epidemic, a pandemic, however you want to call it. But we definitely are. We definitely are. It's bad. It's bad. But it's really isolated bad up there. And all they're doing to treat the people out there is they brought in methadone clinics. And they're on methadone, they're on Suboxone, just to calm it down. But that's not being sober, in my opinion. I was reading an article earlier today, and it was talking about how the social workers were afraid to go back in them hollers. Hell yeah! I know the hell you couldn't make me go. It was like us back in the day, scared to go in the projects. We were scared to death to go in the projects. Scared. Because you didn't know what was going to happen. Like the projects in Newark and in Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, that's where I was at working. You going into a 20-story project building with a fucked up elevator and people getting high and smoking crack in the front door, the back door, shooting and stabbing and killing. And I was young and dumb. I was like, oh, you want me to go see Janet Brown in apartment 14? Okay. Girl, please. Ain't no way. It's bad. Because the social workers are going to have to report abuse and neglect. They're going to have to report it. You can't be two parents getting high on fentanyl and leaving a little baby in that environment. So everybody can get it. Nurses, it's a lot of elderly. So of course they're going to need home care. But you scared to be a nurse and go in areas like that because somebody might try to hit you in the head. Uh-uh. No. Hell yeah, they scared to go over there. All that drug abuse. And then people like, oh, like they should get them a CNA. What CNA is going to Betty's house in that environment? Who? Girl, they knew I was girl. I didn't have to tell them people I was on, and they knew I didn't live there, and they knew I wasn't from there. They knew it immediately. And we can all been the same color. They knew I was not from there. Period. Junkies everywhere in Florida last month. Ooh, Deborah. Girl, I hope you survived. It's bad. Ooh, y'all, my phone is about to die. We on 15%. It was nice talking to everybody. We gonna keep Timmy and Lorraine and Ray and Betty and a little bit of Larry lifted up in prayer. Don't go too hard with the Larry prayer, but we're gonna go real hard with Ray and Timmy and Lorraine. And we'll go about here for pray the way y'all want to, y'all. Good night.